Welcome to Wednesday Wisdom. I'm Janice Edwards, and joining us today we have international leadership consultant, author, coach, entrepreneur, father of two, longtime friend to Bay Area Vista, as well as my friend Marlon Smith is joining us today. Marlon, it's so great to see you.
Great to be here. Thank you, Janice.
Yes. And Marlon, you have a new YouTube channel, a popular channel called OverFlow Parenting. So tell me about OverFlow Parenting. What is it and why are you excited about this new venture?
Well, I'm so excited because, as you said, I've traveled to 45 states, 19 countries, giving presentations. And one thing I've come to find out is that there's a lot of parents who are struggling. A lot of families are struggling. And I can relate. I've been there. And at the same time, I've connected with parents who are doing great. So what's the difference? I believe success leaves footprints. And overflow parenting is about sharing resources, sharing strategies, sharing solutions, sharing principles that make a difference. And so we want to have more parents be inspired and empowered to really maximize their potential as parents so that they can achieve the goals and the dreams for their families.
Wow, that is awesome. And of
Mm,
course, you have two incredible children, but Marlon, why you for this particular
mm.
mission of Overflow Parenting?
Well, life will throw you curveballs, right? Things may not go as you plan. I got married and had two wonderful children and then went through a divorce and now I'm a single dad, 100% full soul custody of my two teenage children. Oh my, please pray for me. Cuz teenagers are no joke. They're no joke.
Prayers
But
up.
listen, yeah, but here's the thing. I going through trials and tribulations, challenges, obstacles, and whatnot. I have to be honest with you. Right now, I'm in overflow. You see, and that's what I want to share with others. I mean, my daughter, she received hundreds of thousands of dollars in college scholarship offers, right? My son, he
Oh,
is on the honor roll,
congratulations.
as well as, he's a phenomenal athlete, student scholar athlete. And so I know if I can do it, others
Congratulations.
can do it. And that's what it's all about. And so that's what Overflow Parenting, the YouTube channel, is about sharing information that makes a difference.
Oh, that's inspiring. And I know so many people want to hear about that. So, one of the things that I saw on one of your videos that really struck me was resolving conflict. You talked
Mm.
about triangulating it, and I thought this was a revolutionary concept for me, at least.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's what we do. Every week, we're bringing informations, strategies, principles that work and matter. So here's the thing, triangulating conflict. Let's be honest. In any relationship, there's going to be some conflict, difference of opinion. But what
Absolutely.
happens
Mhm.
is there's an issue that's out there. But usually what happens is it becomes this heated battle, right? Like let's say, hey, I want you to clean your room. I tell one of my children, clean your room, and they don't clean their room. And then next thing you know, I feel disrespected. And I get kind of fired up. And next thing you know, I'm like, hey, you never clean your room. You're terrible. And then they say to me, I hate you, right? So it's going back and forth. We got away from the issue. What's the issue? Cleaning your room. So if we can triangulate, if we can just say, you know what, let's triangulate. And how do you triangulate something so it's not become this heated battle and you focus on the issue? Is by incorporating the word we. How can we resolve this? What can we do together to move forward? I mean, I'm telling you, I've seen it work. It might sound so simple, but it works. And so that's triangulating conflict where it no longer becomes this heated battle, but we can focus together on what is the issue for resolution.
Great words of wisdom. I appreciate that.
Mm.
And you have so many more there as well. So, this mission is near and dear to your heart. I
Yes.
understand why you wanted to create it. And you mentioned it's a community. So, people who come to the YouTube channel, what can they look forward to?
Well, they can look forward to learning some important information, right? They can actually get excited because they can actually share their comments, their feedback, because again, iron sharpens iron. We can learn from each other. Also, they can post any questions that they have, or if there's a certain topic that they're dealing with that they want to, maybe get some insights as to how to move forward. We'll actually create that forum, right? So this is a two-way street. It's interactive. And what I really also love is that we are celebrating one another. right? So you can post your comments. You because isn't it doesn't it feel good when you know you're not alone? And
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what it's really
Yeah.
all about. So this is a community, a global community of committed parents who say, I know there's more for me to experience, more for my children, more for my family to experience. And that's what it's about.
That's wonderful. And also, you say self-care for parents is where
Mm.
it has to begin in order to really be effective as a parent. You first have to also take care of yourself. I think that's so important.
It really is. I mean, listen, when we fly on a plane, the flight attendant will say, "Hey, if we hit some turbulence and the oxygen mask, come down, put your mask on first." And so what that means for me is, as a parent, I can't give what I don't have. So the first step to being an effective parent is I got to take care of me. So we talk about what are some strategies, what are things you can see. I'm outside right now. I love being outside. It just gets me anchored and centered. But what are your things? Every single day you should do something to replenish your spirit, your soul, right? So it could be go for a walk, right? It could be, hey, meditate. It could be journal. It could be listen to some music, your best music, do your thing. It could go to the gym, right? It could be, just, what I'm saying? It has to be something because again, it's hard enough. And sometimes we get caught up in the busyness of life that we're just moving so fast, but we got to slow down. And so that's what it's about. Overflow parenting is a movement to make a difference.
And that is great. Well, Marlon, thank you so much for joining us for wisdom that's not only good for Wednesday, but every day
Thank
of
you.
the week. We appreciate you and look forward to learning more about Overflow Parenting. Again, that's his YouTube channel.
Mhm.
And this is Wednesday Wisdom. I'm Janice Edwards. Thanks for joining us.